Implementing ISO 19650 Part 2 has completely changed the way we approach the project planning and execution. There was a specific instance in a project where we faced a confusion over file version during a class detection yes. So coordination with the consultant, contractors and clients has also become a much easier.
Hi, I'm Pooja. I'm a part of BIM delivery team at Desapex. I have been closely involved in project coordination, digital workflows across the various BIM projects. ISO 19650 Part 4 is actually very important part in the series of ISO 19650 series. So while the earlier parts talk about the overall information management using the BIM, but this part 4 focuses more on how we verify and deliver that information. So you can say it's more about making sure that whatever the digital information we are exchanging in the project, it is actually the trustworthy, reliable and fit for purpose. So it brings a structure to the way we review and validate the deliverables, which is so important, especially for the more complex projects. So earlier we have focused more on submitting the data by deadline, but now we are making sure whatever the data or the information we share is actually useful, supports decision making and holds long-term value for the project stakeholders. One of the key takeaways was the shift in mindset. So we began treating information as a core asset, not just a deliverable. We also adopted the 6 information quality criteria from ISO 19650 Part 4, including the completeness, consistency and conformance. So which we now use in our internal checks. So another strong takeaway was understanding how information delivery specification can define the required data and automate the verification process. So this has made our workflows more predictable and helped us to reduce the manual errors. So as a result, we have been able to deliver the cleaner data with the fewer revisions, which builds better trust and coordination across the teams. So we have started integrating a structured review process aligned with the decision points A and B. So the point A is the internal check and point B is the external review. At point A, we perform the quality assurance, checking if the data is ready for sharing. And at point B, we do the quality control, making sure that the information is fit for approval and publication. So previously, we didn't have this clarity, which led to confusion and missed requirements. But now, our workflows includes both levels of checks for each information exchange. We also align our IDS requirements during the mobilization phase, ensuring the formats, naming conventions, and data schemas are clearly defined upfront. So this approach has improved the coordination and reduced the rework significantly. The foundation for setting up the structured information delivery is getting started with the clearly defining the information requirements, especially OIR, EIR and AIR. So once these are established, the focus should be on setting up the structured workflows using IDS, apply the quality criteria from ISO 19650 Part 4 and define the decision points for review and approval. So at Desapex, we support organizations by creating the EIRs, BEPs that align with the ISO 19650 Part 4, setting up the IDS-based validation workflows, configuring the automated quality checks within the project tools, and training the internal teams to follow the ISO 19650 Part 4 principles. So we have already applied these across various live projects, resulting in better collaboration, cleaner information exchange, and reduced the project risk. So we at Desapex, we believe ISO 19650 Part 4 is not just about the compliance, but about delivering the better quality, efficiency, and long-term value. And we are proud to be building that capability across every project at Desapex. Thank you.